Hello once again. White to checkmate in 5 moves. This is a minor piece problem where white is a minor piece down for a pawn. As is my wont, what I'll do first of all is I'll look at the illegal moves and then the legal moves for both sides in this particular case. Looking at white, he can't move this pawn or this pawn or this one, but he can move the 2 bishops, the king and these 2 pawns. I think looking at this position, anyone would agree with me that it would be a serious miscalculation to move the king or any of these pawns, because to do so would allow the black king to escape, and we want to keep him contained as much as we can. Looking at the legal moves for white, they are the 2 bishops. We'll come back to those in just a moment. Looking at the black side, the black king cannot move, nor can any of his pawns. So therefore, it's the bishop and the 2 knights. Now, what is to be noted here before we go any further is that this bishop will want to come here and then take this pawn. And as soon as he's able to do that, the black king can take flight. He's also eyeing over the possibility at some point, maybe, if this bishop should move away, of doing it this way. So just keep that in mind. And the knights are a nuisance. Now, I did say that we'd come back to the white bishops. What can this bishop do here? Well, what this bishop would really like to be able to do is to play either here or here. Let's just say here. Now, what is he threatening? He's threatening here, checkmate. However, what black does to that is to play here, and he covers this square, and if he'd gone to c6, white that is, black would cover b5. So none of that works. There's no way that you can checkmate in 5 with that. But we will not abandon that idea. That is still a very useful idea. So just keep that one in mind for the moment. Now the question is, since we've said that neither of these is any good, it's not this bishop. It must be this bishop to deliver the key move. Now, where can it go? Well, clearly, if it takes this pawn, it's just going to be whipped off, so that's no good. Going this way is no good. Taking this pawn here with the idea of coming here to protect this, if he did take that, black would come here, you'd come here, and you just exchange pieces, and there'd be no gain at all, and there certainly would be no checkmate in 5, if at all. So you can rule out that black bishop moving to any of those squares. So what's left? It's here. Is that the key move? Is that what I'm saying? That is precisely what I'm saying. That is the key move. And that's how I came to find the key move here. And that would be how I would suggest to anyone you find it. And there's no doubt about that. You don't need a search engine for this. You need logic, and that is logic. Now the question is, why must that be the key move, and why must it work? Well, we've eliminated everything else. So once you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. Sherlock Holmes said it, and I'm not going to disagree with him. That is the key move. Now, when you look at that, you think to yourself, well, I did say a little while ago that black is wanting to go here. Well, if he did go there, you just take it off. And it's vitally important that you keep this bishop on the a5 to d7 diagonal. Why is it important that you do that? For the simple reason that if you look at this position, after bishop on e7 to d8, white is threatening this. At a push, he's threatening that as well. And then, if the knight came in here, you just take it, and it's checkmate next move. So what I'm as good as saying here is black cannot refuse this bishop. He must take it off. He really must. There's no way around it. Because this is the next move, and there's no defense here now. White is covering it. So take that off. That's one move. So what does white do now? Well, he has to play, since what I said earlier about not moving any of this holds true, he must play his bishop to either here or here. Does it make a difference? Yes. It's crucial that we get the right square. Can you see which one it is and why? Well, congratulations to anyone who found bishop b7. This is the square. And you'll see why in a few moments. We're threatening bishop a6 mate. So he has to come here. Now this is the first part of our strategy. Black is self-blocking the bishop here for going here, right? That's stage one. So what must we do now? Well, we come here. Now what are we threatening here? We're threatening bishop f5 mate. We're tackling it on the other side. Black has no time for all of this, like I mentioned before. So what does black do there? Well, he only has one move. If he puts his knight in the way, it's bishop a6 mate. So he has to play his knight here to cover f5. Do you see what's happened? He's blocked the other side. Now that bishop cannot move anywhere at all. So what do we do now? Well, we play here. And black is in Tutzwang. Now, do you notice that if white had played bishop to here, instead of to here, he wouldn't have gone like that. He'd have gone, and he'd already have been there, and he'd have had to have moved. So it's essential that he plays like that rather than like that, and then having to move and give up his key position there. It's not only the key move, bishop b7, but he's created a key position. And now black cannot move his king, his pawns, and he can't move that bishop. If he moves this knight anywhere, it's bishop to here. If he moves this knight anywhere, let's say there, it's bishop to there, checkmate. And that is a dream of a problem, isn't it? That I hope you thoroughly enjoyed as I did. I loved solving it, I don't mind telling you. Goodbye for now.